Brandon with Davidson Audio, and today we are going to be finally doing a video discussing our Davidson Audio 8-inch lids. All right, so these are our Davidson Audio 8-inch lids for the 2019 and newer Indian Chieftains. The square body, not the classic. So the bags have to look like these on the Challenger bags. They're more of the squared off. They're not the humped over round ones. So these will only work on the, like I said, 19 to current Indian Chieftains and Roadmasters if they're in the newer body style, and the 2020 to current Indian Challengers and 22 Pursuits as well. These lids will work on those bikes. So what I want to talk about first is what you get when you buy our lids. So first you will get the actual lid. They come in a pair. These are injection molded NYB polymer material, so they are a hefty plastic. And from there, I mean, you've got everything from the OEM. You got your two mount spots here, which you will have to pre-drill these once they're on the bike. I'm going to have Bill take you through the install process of these. We got all the holes for the hinges and for the hinge covers right here. Also included with them, you will get this power port bracket. This is metal. It's got two screw holes. We'll also send two short screws with them. This will go on the right brake side bag lid. So we accidentally pre-drilled these on the wrong bag, so they would go right here. You would bolt this in like this, and you would put your OEM port here, and the tether would cover it up. Next is going to be included a set of seals. These are 3M seals. You get two of them. This is just one of them to put onside the lid. What you'll want to make sure you do is you're going to want to scuff this whole surface area with a decent sandpaper, and then take like an acetone and wipe the whole area down first before putting the seal on. But I want to reiterate now, you're going to want to bolt these onto the hinges first, because if you don't, when you go to put the seal in here, you'll put the seal in here first, and you're going to fight it trying to put the hinge bolts in here. So that's why you're going to want to get these bolted all in first and then put this seal around. I usually start right about here, bring the seal all the way around and end it here. I don't like to end it here because that's more of a contact point and it could start splitting apart. And one thing that we do that the other lids don't is we make sure that we pre-modify these. So what we do is we ensure this countersink is just right for the seal to go in there. Previous versions, this wasn't done as well, so what would happen is the seal was thicker, binding up the lock so where you couldn't push it in. So we take the time to run two different Forstner bits through here to make sure that's countersunk and actually completely round. And then we also take the time to run the sander on here as well to make sure that that surface area for your lock assembly is completely flat. And from there, I mean, that's about it for our lids. These lids fit a true 8-inch speaker. These will not fit an 8.8 speaker like the popular JLs, Rockford Fosgates, Hertz, etc. We made these for a true 8-inch speaker with grill, so that way there's just a slight gap for paint and body work and whatnot. So again, these are for a true 8-inch speaker. You cannot put 8/8s in these. And with that being said, that's about everything you need to know about our 8-inch lids. I'm going to now pass it over to Bill so that way he can walk you through the install process of these. And then we're going to be putting a set of 8s in here and get them playing. But this video is going to be specifically for our 8-inch lids that we offer for the Indian motorcycles.
All right, so we moved the camera around so you guys can see back here a little bit better. And what we are going to do is take this cover off here. That way we can get to the bag hinge a little bit better. So take those two screws off. You can see all this a little bit better. So we're going to take off these two bolts, and that holds on the hinge cover. And then these 4 bolts here will remove the factory lid. Before we do that, we need to make sure we unplug the power locks, just so this wire doesn't get tangled up anywhere. Now Now we've got that off and out the way. We've got all this separated, or the wires are unplugged. All it is these 4 screws right here. And as Brandon stated before, with bolting all this up before you put the seals on our new lids, this is the reason why. So whenever you go to take these screws off, this seal gets in the way. So with the new lid, you can go ahead and bolt it on real quick and easy, and then add in the seal, and that'll save you some fighting with the seal, because it sometimes gets caught up in the bolts and could damage the seal. So now with this part done, we're going to go ahead and take off the latch assembly with a 5mm. And just be careful when you loosen these bolts, it's attached to the handle on the other side. So you have to hold that handle so you don't damage the painted part. And then this whole piece will come out. And then you want to make sure you take this seal with you, because it's going to go into the new lid. Alright, here we have the new lid. Have the old seal that will just pop right on there. The handle assembly, actually before we do that, just to make it a little bit easier to plug this in, we'll go ahead and do that first. Alright, and now we've got that back together. This piece will just sit in there without having the seal in the way. It'll just screw in. Then we can go ahead and throw our hinge cover back on. Just simply slides underneath. Line up the holes. That's it. I don't like to leave the hinge hanging without having this strap here to restrict it. We don't drill the holes in here beforehand, because we want to make sure that you get them lined up right. And then you just run an 1/8 inch drill bit down there. So we'll get that done real quick. And then we'll show you on the other side where we have the power port bracket mounted and everything. So we got our drill bit. What I like to do is just basically stretch this out as far as it'll go, to where these will still touch and get lined up. And then just do a little indentation on both sides. The other one was a little too close to the edge for my liking. With this plastic, you don't want to just drill a straight hole all the way through. You want to keep pulling it in and out here and there, just so that the drill bit doesn't get clogged up with all the plastic. Factory screws. Will bolt right in. Alright, now we've got those back on. Let the lid hang. I'm going to have to remove these back off, and I'll run a piece of sandpaper all the way around the edge, and then we'll go ahead and put the seal on, and then this bag will be done and ready to go. And then I just got to get behind here. And the main reason we don't do this beforehand when we send the lids out is because we do not send them pre-painted. So after you get them painted, you're going to have to still go over that just to make sure you get sanded down, any overspray or anything like that. Alright, we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up. rub some acetone around it, and then we can go ahead and put our seal on. And we'll just wipe around the edge. And as always, whenever you use acetone, you will find any nicks and cuts in your fingers, and it will burn. So now that we have a nice clean surface, sanded down, made a little bit rougher to help with the adhesion, just grab the seal, start peeling it. And then, like Brandon said, we like to start in the middle back here. And you will have a little bit left over. Just cut it even with the where you started. Go over it, make sure it's all down. Flip this back over. This would be a good time when you run your speaker wire, because you're doing the 8-inch lid, so you're going to have our saddlebag lid harness. So the wire will come in through there, and we stick it into the factory little tray here and have it follow up. It'll come through here, and you'll have your speaker wire sticking out up here also. And what we do with the crossovers is we'll put a little bit of acetone down here on this side, and we'll stick the crossover here, and it'll be nice and tucked and hidden, and you'll never see it. And then you'll just have the speaker wire coming out, set to where you landed on the speaker. Get the double click there. And that's it. And like I said before, I'm just going to go ahead and show you this side. We've already got it scuffed up, ready for the seal to go in. We just wanted to show you the power port, which we provide you with this little bracket here that holds it, the 2 screws that'll screw into the bag and set that. And then when we put this cover back over it, covers everything up just like the factory, and then you have access to get to your power port if necessary.
All right, thank you, Bill, for taking us and you all through that process of installing our Davidson Audio 8-inch lids on the 2022 Current Indian Challenger and the 22 Pursuits to Current and the 2019 to newer Chieftain and Roadmaster, excluding the classics. They have to have the same bags as the Indian Challenger, which are more squared off bags. They will not work for the classic style Chieftain. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope this gives you the opportunity to see what's included with our 8-inch lids and the process in which to put them on your Indian motorcycle. I will tell you 100%, we have the best fitting 8-inch aftermarket lids for the Indian motorcycles. I've used a lot of the other ones, and ours fit the best for these bikes. We took the extra time to make sure for a very good fitment on this. They may require just a slight sanding here or there in the seal area to get a perfect fit, because let's be real, no aftermarket part fits perfect. We did our best to get them the best fitting that we could. So that being said, if you want to order a set of these lids, you can go over to our website right here at davidson-audio.com to order a set of yours today. We have plenty in stock. Bill's actually inside right now, making sure that they're all pre-modified and ready and cleaned up for you all to order. And if you want to come on down here to beautiful Panama City, Florida to have us install it, please give us a call at 607-800-1032 to schedule your install today. So that being said, Brandon with Davidson Audio, and I'm out.